Actually, you know what? Shout out to the fans at home. Do me a favor, if you're in Twitch chat right now, I want you to do one thing and one thing only. Press 1 if aggro is forehead IRL.
Perfect, perfect indeed. And obviously, not just the fans at home, we do have fans around theaters around the world at, thanks to Coca-Cola, esports is going to come in handy as well. So if you're in this, think about it, they've been there 4 hours too. All those fans in the theater have been there 4 hours.
Exactly. It's been a lot of fun.
But those chairs are comfy. I need one of those right now. My feet are killing me.
I can't even feel them. I'm not even worried. But Dignitas, absolutely worried about the Raven, man. The Odin banned out. That's how much Ice impacted that game.
Well, Sol is available, and Zeros didn't have a terrible game in that time. I wonder if they take away Athena from our little man, Callus. Surprising to say that, but I wonder if we see that happen. Maybe they take away the Athena just to make sure that Callus can't have it too. So this silly bead situation that we're having of taunt, silence, can't happen at all. They have to go with Sol first, obviously. Rival have to drop, if they want to go with the same comp, they have to pick Athena early.
Yeah, I like that we're past the point of even discussing the Sol first pick.
Yeah.
You just have to.
Yeah.
This is what Zeros does, it's what he's about. Deathwalker right there. The man hailing from Croatia, trying to figure out just what jank he's gonna bring. My bad, that's Ice. It's been a long set.
That's Wolfie in the mid lane.
Well, they moved the camera, buddy, okay?
Oh, you don't tell the difference. Wolfie's got a big old shiny head now. It must be a crap.
Really?
No, not really.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Professor Xavier is what I'm gonna call him.
All right, and you know what? That makes sense.
The mind is there.
The Osiris is coming out from the solo laner.
Wow.
Robin will join it as well. So back to the meta we go. The double warrior composition from Team Rival.
So Dignitas have really been going, other than that Giannis game that didn't work out for them. Oh no, we've not seen this for a while, have we? Cubo, Freds, Camazot's coming back. Okay, some will come too. But one thing Dig have been doing a lot of overall is running this double hunter basically. The Sol and then all kill playing it as a proper hunter in the hunter lane. They keep going back to it time and time again. I'd like to see a Fafnir come out from tricks.
I like the Sun Wukong. I've spoken about it a number of times. I think you're just enabling variety to continue to be variety. See, this is what I'm talking about. Hell is a character that Rival, yeah, they would play it. Wolfie can do it. And if you're going to do something oddball, it's going to be in Game 5. Dignitas didn't bother in 4, 3, 2, or 1. It's Game 5 where that sort of stuff is going to come out.
The question is, what do they ban? The Giannis? The Nox? Vulcan? They're all threats. They're all playable by Wolfie.
You ban the Vulcan. You ban the Vulcan. The Nox, we saw it last game. You need a lot of setup for Nox, not just the Athena. You need a little bit more.
But they've already got that cell. That's the problem.
Sure.
Which is there. The question is now, what do you do?
I think Rival's composition is better equipped to execute the Vulcan ultimates and the Vulcan nonsense than any other mage that we've already seen. Rival will go ahead and ban out the Terra, but we're more focused on this big ban, and it will be the Nox, okay.
Yeah, I just think about Raven and Osiris, slow them all down and rooting them in place, and then you're still going to deal with Athena taunts, then the Nox silence in the roots has to be done. Give vote the Kurdanos though, very wise again. He was silent murderer in that game, did his job well, his position was good, very, very low deaths, if not 1, maybe 2 tops.
So the reason that I like the Vulcan for Rival's composition is that Osiris and Raven are going to be able to control multiple players. That Vulcan ultimate the size of a football pitch is going to be able to come through and hit multiple players. The Nox, the trouble puddle's big, but the root is only 1.
I wanted that Fafnir.
I know you did.
I think if they're going to run double hunter this many times, and Fafnir's just going to be left up time and time again. Sobek is good and stuff, but
no,
it did get banned away from the last game too, granted, but this time it slipped through instead of the tower, which is surprisingly enough. They think they can deal with the Fafnir because of the amount of control they've got from Osiris, Raven, and Athena.
What is this face on Wolfie? What is this face? What are you doing?
Vulcan face? No. I'm trying to lip read.
He shook something off.
I think it was off in Vulcan. I think he chose no.
AJ trying to figure things out as well. Coach behind him, who also has really brought himself up.
And yeah, credit to the coaches too, because they've been going at it too. They've had to watch this and give this information to the teams too. And I actually think, honestly, like last game, Nox, he was more comfortable with it. This time he's looking nervous. He doesn't know what to play.
No, he does not.
He's not confident.
17 seconds
They are
left
racking
on
their
the
brains
bank
right now, knowing this is game 5. They've done all the hard work to get to this point, and this pick could be the pick.
A lot of setup for the Scylla.
You said last game you didn't want it. Are you happy with it here?
I am a little bit more happy with it here, and I'll tell you exactly why. Carnanos, Raven, they'll handle the early nonsense. They can wait out the time for the Scylla to be in trouble. Sun Wukong's going to rotate early. Scylla can get out of jail with the Sentinel. I like this choice. And did you know that just one ultimate from a Scylla can completely turn the game around?
I did.
You've been talking to Anatoly.
It sounded like a charity event or something there. Like, did you know that just one support getting a single first blood will give them the gold to buy their boots?
I mean, we saw it from Ares. But right now, it's a much different story. Players locked in. This is do or die. Shut up or put up.
That's an angry looking Zeros there because he realizes, okay, we just lost 2 in a row. I'm not happy about it.
When was the last time you saw Zeros look happy?
Listen. I've seen him smile once, okay? I saw him smile once, but let's go. The crowd's starting to cheer this on for the 5th game now.
This is it.
Let's get into this one. Into game we go, the final game. Dignitas 2, Rival 2, and only one can be the victor.
This is what we play for, folks. Team Dignitas on the left side of your spectator UI, represented by Variety, Cubo Fred, Zeros, Strixtank, and Arkle. And their opposition, Team Rival in purple, Deathwalker, Ice Baby, Wolfie, Collis, and Vote. We've seen them play for 4 straight hours. This is the conclusion to DreamHack. This is the conclusion to the summer split. And this is where we crown a champion.
Should we just make it 5 hours? Should we just have an hour-long game, do you reckon?
I believe that is in the cards.
Or will it be 20? Well, the crowd seems to be behind the players right now. They're trying to bait Trix into a fight here. They're like, yeah, go, Trix, go.
He's
go,
gonna get
Trix,
collapsed
go.
on.
No, Trix, no. No, Trix, no. Run, Trix, run. Run, Trix. Okay, he gets away. Ooh, that would have been a terrible first blood if that would have happened, I tell you.
You know what? I'm down to see anything as long as blood is shed.
Well, left-hand side, the early pressure from Arkle and Trix are in a better position. It's going to go for damage early on. That reduces wave clear, but the poke is pretty good. I don't really like the poke too much because it's still Dignitas' favor for clear, and that's what they're trying to do. Meanwhile, Rival, realizing that they were behind, they had to poke back to force them back. They still lose the wave clear, so purple or red could potentially go their way.
Yeah, red is what Team Dignitas have their sights set on. Rotation from Rival as well into the enemy jungle. Deathwalker looking by himself, but again, just for the little guys, not the blue buff itself.
And now on the right-hand side, the farm will just continue between the two. Keep an eye on Cubo Fred this game. Last time he played it, he was a silent assassin towards the later stages, but we have seen him go off on it on the early game too. And that's not something that happens too often, in my point of view, with Kamazots, but it can happen, and when it does, it's absolutely terrifying.
Listen, you don't get to this point, you don't get to this level if every time you lose a game on a character, you throw it in the garbage. He knows just how strong his Batman is. He's gonna come through and he's gonna try and be the Dark Knight one more time.
All right, now you're starting.
Yeah, you liked it.
I was on the first 2
You
sets.
liked it.
I did, I'm probably gonna steal it too.
I know you will.
I'll probably win it a little bit better though, because I'm English.
You won't give me credit.
No, probably not, I'll be honest, I'll be straight up about that too. Right-hand side though, you see the blue buff giving them over to Rival solo laner. Trix and Arkle are now taking the purple buff, and they've got a lot of pressure on this left-hand side. The duo lane for Dignitas, it's been very important to see them get off to a good start here, because so far, it's been pretty much even in that duo lane the whole time.
But so much action, and that's what I'm talking about. This game number 5, such a different atmosphere than the rest of the series. It's everything. Everybody just tossing everything out there. Hyper-aggression so far here on the left-hand side. No results just yet, but absolutely wants to throw them out.
Now the red buff is available and going to be given to Zeros now, because Arkle already has one, so there's a bit of a power play for both the carries of this team, the mid and the hunter. By both of these reds, they'll clear just a little bit quicker, a little bit more of an advantage. Even if they're in a 2v1, it means they're not going to take as much damage, they're not going to lose as much gold to the tower. Very, very important to find these small advantages that the red buff can give you, as well as the other buffs too.
Deathwalker coming back to the meta here. Ooh. Poking down Variety just a little bit, knowing that he's got options as far as that chalice is concerned. Heal himself up. Variety goes back to base.
Deathwalker seems to be the anti-Variety. That's what this series seems to have been to me. Because even in Dignitas' first 2 wins of the day, I do not remember seeing Variety do too much to really make an impact.
Well, for me, it's the...
Apart from his usual job, but he didn't go off like Variety does against everybody.
And so for me, the anti-Variety, it's not saying that he's better. He's the one step better than Variety. Variety is the quintessential meta solo laner. He's going to bring out the Osiris, the Osiri. He's going to bring out the Bellonas. He's going to bring out these gods that find themselves at the top of the tier list. Deathwalker, going to play Ares. They have two very different styles, but both find success. In this set, I think Deathwalker has gotten the better of Variety.
Well, the funny thing is, once upon a time, Variety was the same as Deathwalker. The
Jean-Quiz.
He's pulled out a lot of stuff back in the past himself that shows that, you know, Deathwalker's probably on the same sort of route Variety was once on.
Look at DW.
Hello?
Trix didn't see him. All the way from the solo lane. Makes the rotation in 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Jumping away is Fafnir. That rotation doesn't really pay off. But here's the thing, Hindu. There's nothing on the right side to get. That's why DW comes all the way over here, has a teleport up, not going to lose a single thing for that dangerous rotation.
Because Ice is on the right-hand side, going to farm out the wave a little bit more too. Surprised why the decision to do that was, because Deathwalker was actually a little bit further behind, and I don't think the jungle trade was working out as beneficial for him by going to that side. By going to the jungle, there's Deathwalker. He's probably losing a bit more experience from sharing than he would have with the solo lanes he was getting on his own.
It's sort of a like 1 to 2 lane swap, pretending the jungle's a lane, right? We see the Robin and the Osiris just sort of switch positions real quick. They can do that. They're both warriors. It's not a big deal.
Well, 4.5 minutes in, no first blood just yet. The game slightly in Dig's favor, just off the invades that happen on that left-hand side. With the Oracles about to spawn, though, we should see a bit of a contest here, because these early gold fields could be important. A bit tricky with the early gold fields, I guess, though, with an Iron Monster and the Supernova available from this Sol and Scylla.
Right.
So we may actually see a little bit of a wait on those.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see things this early. Trickstick does have the chorus available next to those double hunters that we mentioned so often. There's a good reason we keep bringing them up, because they're so strong at crushing those objectives. But you bring up the Yama Monster, 1 shot, 1 kill. That's all Wolfie needs.
And the funny thing is, we do have Arkilla who can have 3 shots and 1 kill, potentially out of that Rama ultimate too. But for now, the Oracles, looks like they were split-worthy, or did it go to Dignitas? I think it went Dig, actually. I'll see it in a second.
Yeah, we'll be able to see on the map.
Shouts to the glow that saves the day for the casters these days, as the red buff is given over once again to Arkilla.
Dignitas does have vision control on the left side of those Oracles. Thank you.
See, this is why Trix is going to be in a better position in this game, because if they're going to go for all these taunt combinations on him over and over again, he's Fafnir. And he's like, ult. Or jump away first of all, then try to ball.
Oh, in trouble. All of a sudden, big damage coming out. Bat.
He's dead. And now Callus is the only one left standing here. Rotation coming in round the corner from my side. But Trix has turned up too. With the ultimate coming through. Cubo looking for ice. Variety's turned up. Deathwalker didn't know he was coming. Tiger form comes in. And Ice baby falls down too. 2 for 1 exchange. Dignitas up good.
Deathwalker makes the rotation to the solo lane at 4 minutes. That's early. Variety makes the rotation to the dual lane at 6 minutes. That's also early. Here's the difference. One of them came up with gold in their hand, and it was the monkey kick. Variety winds up good, 2-1. Read the kill for Team Dignitas.
And that gold lead is a decent gold lead for 6 minutes in, but it's not enough. We've seen how long these games have gone, you know? It's a good early life, though. I like the fact we saw pressure on the hunters, you know?
You've been asking for it for all day.
I have, because I really felt Vote is one of these most aggressive players. I know he's aggressive. Arkilla wants to fight too. You bait them into a fight and have rotations coming, and you can punish them. Rival were very sloppy on that rotation, though. It was very, very late to get over there, and Vote fell for the bait. That's the first time he's been ganked in a long time, I feel. Yeah. And he fell back into the usual trap.
Yeah, a little rough for him, unfortunately. Team Rival, though, still alive. But here's the thing. I don't really care about the rotation out of Variety. I don't really care about the attention of the hunters. I don't really care about much of anything outside of the fact that QO Fred got the kill there, the assist after the fact on this Camazotz. That is exactly where my microscope is.
Callus wrapping around the back of 2. But Trick smelt that a while away, so he knew what was going on there. Managed to leap away before the taunt even landed. Callus was trying to whip round and find the taunt, but he was off the mark anyway. Not too much of a big deal for now. And obviously, I think we're going to see a bit of a delayed game. I don't think Dig want to slow it down too much, though.
I'm feeling it. I'm getting that feeling. I think QO Fred is going to run this game. It's early, but I think he's going to run this game. I think this is the game for the bat.
Kivo's had a fantastic season so far. His season's been solid. This could be his real chance to shine in this game, just when his team needs it. Technically, their back is now against the wall, just like Rivals is. When Rivals had their back against the wall for the last 2 hours, and now they've evened it up.
Damage. Collis just barely getting out of there. Trickstank setting up for his soul.
But look how much tankier Trickstank is on a Fafnir. He can weather the storm, or don't forget the passive, the extra gold that comes in. Also converts to protections when he's got money in the bank.
Looking in the mid lane. Nice size baby. Just, wow. Trickstank was looking for the clear, not the stun. The taunt's gonna land on zeros. Big damage from the crush. And the slipstream able to walk away. No big deal.
Oh,
Bat out of hell. There he is. I am Batman.
And one is dead. Cubo now going to try and push up, but Ice finds zeros in the back who stayed around too long. And that's unfortunate, but Arkill's turned up alongside though. That should be the end of that, I feel, especially with the turnaround kill. Both junglers did exactly what they needed to. Aim for the enemy mid laner and rely on the rest of the team to try and protect themselves.
I'm telling you, this is Cubo's game. I'm feeling it. I think this is all Cubo.
I don't know, I mean, Ice is keeping pace right now. They're about the same. It's one of these two. One of these two. Because I feel Variety and Deathwalker have been neutralized by each other most of these sets.
Canceled each other out.
Part of the Ares one, which was a teamwork thing as well, but it was partly Deathwalker, obviously. You can play this so well in the solo lane. But these two basically cancel each other out, and that's why I'm looking at the junglers now.
Well, we've celebrated the fact that these teams have 5 players that do their thing. We've seen the Variety in the Deathwalker games. We've seen the Wolfie in the Zero games. We've seen the Arkle in the Vote games. And honestly, Trickstank and Collis are there the whole damn time. This is the game of the junglers. This is Ice versus Cubo.
Now Cubo heading to the left-hand side once more. What's he looking for? Vote.
Yeah.
This is what I want to see. Try and put pressure on as much as possible. A lot of pings on this left-hand side here. They were looking to try and find Vote potentially, but he wasn't available at the time they were looking for. He was busy trying to ward and just keep visioning this area that they know Cubo's trying to slip round into.
Not deterred, Cubo Fred still walking around looking for the farm. Headed out into the mid lane with our waves about to meet. Trickstank finds the stun, but, ooh, trouble. Won't get rooted. Kind of a dangerous neighborhood, but nobody gonna bite him.
And now with the Portal Demon now coming up though, the threats start to open up elsewhere too.
Right.
Not just the Gold Fury, but the Portal Demon. These are all objectives you're looking to try and find a small advantage. Dignitas in the first 2 games, they were very good at finding those little wins, but Rival just came back with the immense teamwork of finding fights that turned into results that ended up finding them the fact that they're at 2 points as well now.
Yeah, that's the key right there. Got to keep it close. Got to keep it safe. Got to keep it classic. Right-hand side. Watch Trickstank on your screen. He was looking for the flank, but realized it wasn't available, so sank back into the jungle.
And if you've not noticed, this game is literally who can kill Wolfie and Vote the fastest, or can they kill Arkle and Zeros the fastest? The only difference is that Cubo Fred is on Camazots. And that is another damage dealer. So it's 3 damage dealers in my eyes against 2 as the game goes on. And the difference is that basically Camazots has a lot of things that are very similar to Freya in a weird way. Lifesteal, as well as the ability to take out the fight, put damage out, and even get back to safety because of it.
True. The beauty of the Bat versus Freya, though, is that he doesn't really have that downtime that he has to sort of dance around. His basic attack combo chain is fantastic in and of itself.
But I kind of like to see, he works out pretty well for himself, though, with the amount of abilities he can do. The lifesteal is fantastic. The sustain is solid for the timing. Arkle at half health, and look at this.
Yeah, look at Collis.
Little dance, because Cubo's here, Callis is here.
Dash forward, taunt. They don't know Cubo's here.
It's a bait.
Arco burns beats. Here comes the Bat. Half HP on the Hunter. Going forward, helped out by the support. 1 shot missed. 2 shot, both from the sky. Aerial attack. Arco gets the kill.
And immediately, Cubo just going to Aegis the crush and walk away. The taunt comes out. That's going to get the beads. Cubo very panicky about the fact that Ice Baby's coming. And Ice answers back again. These junglers are just playing so well.
Jungle v jungle. This is the matchup. It's all about Cubo versus Ice.
I think Cubo was a little bit panicky with all his relic usage there overall. I think if he could have read the situation a little bit better, he could have potentially just eaten the crush, sustained back up a little bit later on, you know, and then maybe not had to use the beads. We'll see, but Tier 1 tower does go down in mid lane, so Dignitas, and this is what happened in game 1 and 2. They were going toe-to-toe, 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 and a very small window opened up, but Cubo's in trouble, Cubo's in trouble. Taunt is hit, your beats are down, your ages are down, and you're already in the base.
Wolfie gets his first kill of the game thanks to I'm a Monster, taking down Cubo Fred.
And some of this is actually going to be the fact that tiredness is going to set into these players, because you're going to make mental mistakes when you don't mean to.
Gold Fury half HP. Variety takes down Collis as the Gold Fury is still going down. Team Rival, attentive to it, backs off, finds the leash. Variety with that single kill wins the engagement.
It's going to be dirty. It's going to be game
he went
one.
too hard.
It's no, Bracer to the rescue. Tiger to get away in the end, not to continue the aggression. But yeah, we're going back to game one with this. This is going to be dirty. It's going to be about who makes the biggest mistake. And the lazy back could have got him caught.
Oh, the lazy back and the crazy smack. Trick Stick goes down for the count. Never. What? Why? Oh, no, man. Come on.
5-5, 14 minutes in. And now we stand around the Gold Fury once more looking at it, because the mages are basically don't have their ultimates down. They could look for some pressure. See if Arco looks for a fight, because round the back, Quavo's back again.
One more time, Voden became in trouble. Here comes help from Collis. Isn't enough. To the sky goes one, to the sky goes two. The dash is good, but the bat, one better. Kilo Fred with the assist. Arkle taking him down.
And Arco just trying to show up today in this game. This one's important. And look at the difference, Tom. Look at the difference in the Hunters right now. Look at the fact that one of them reads 0-3, the other is 2-2. And yet the junglers have both been keeping the game even with the impact of kills. If you get your carry to the late game, you get a Rama to late game ahead of the Kurnos, you're gonna have a bad time. And Arkle at the 4th hour, past the 4th hour, hitting all 3 snipes on a juking target time and again. That's impressive.
And what's crazy about that Team Dignitas assault is that you can't deal the damage back. If you don't have thorns, you're getting hit by 2 players from the top of the ceiling, and you're just sitting there like, I guess I'll stand.
But it's about time. It's about time someone focused on Hunters. It's not been done enough.
You've been asking for it all day.
Starting to work now. Starting to go the way of Dignitas because of this, and Rival need to find an answer. And the answer is don't go try and gank Variety, who's sneakily playing very well this game.
Yes.
Goes to his name, which I do want to give credit to as well. Deathwalker's the one that's been very quiet so far. And maybe, just maybe, this late games is starting to take its toll on Rival, because I don't think many of those boys have really done many game 5s and gone this long before.
Variety's the reason that there's not a tier 1 tower in mid lane with a Team Rival tag on it. He came through to the rotation, and we didn't get to watch it because all he was doing was slapping the tower down. The fight was on the left-hand side, but Variety with the attention to the mundane is what's allowing his team to continue this push.
I think Dignitas might be building up a bit of steam here, because I can see this collapse towards gold, and that's surprising for me because I didn't expect to see this, but the confidence is building in Dignitas. The fans behind them cheering have given them a chance to go in, but Wolfie's here.
Basics, they're all good. Here's the commit. Dignitas get the Gold Fury. And the fight, not Biggie, there. Full retreat.
Oh, Biggie's face there was like, what are you doing, boys? Okay, they got the goal, it's okay. But geez, even the coach is on edge right now.
Well, listen, here, the coach, he's got his mind on the numbers. Sometimes the players go by the feel. And I saw Arkle and Zeros, they felt it, they knew it, they had it, they got it.
I saw the call before they'd even moved, because I just saw all these heads just turn towards that golden light. The boost from the crowd, the fight's going well, Cubo doing well, Arkle doing well, Zeros is just surviving, Trix is just surviving. That's all they need to do. Variety's holding his own against 2. And that's generally where teams try to come against Dig sometimes, is they'll try and look at Variety when there's no real option, especially when Sol's so safe. Ice, you may need to ult away from this.
Yeah, he used the flip kick already, so his damage is gone. It goes up and down, looking for the aggression. Cubo Fred not gonna get killed just yet.
To the sky, 2 in a row. 3rd will not hit because the overhead kick comes up, but it gets the Athena ult. Ice's very, very crazy to go for that play there. Could have worked out good, but in the end, not so much. Portal Demon is where I think Dig may start to turn their attention now.
We certainly want to. Not sure if the opportunity will present itself just yet. 17.5 on the clock, 11 kills in total. Team Dignitas owning 6 of them. With that, a Gold Fury and a couple of good engagements, they find themselves up a small amount, 2,300 gold, but certainly a nice start.
The lead isn't good enough quite yet, though, but what I do want to see is where the levels are of these players, because we saw the last game. It took a long time for people to hit level 20. It's a little bit better this game, though, from everybody. Specifically, the solo laners are starting to get up there. Variety's doing a good job at level 17 at the 18-minute mark with the aggression we're seeing. So watch the pace of the experience. And Scylla being level 20 is the dream for Rival. So you want her to hit level 20, so her passive kicks in on her ultimate, which means every ring just does a little bit more.
A little bit scary there. Zeros, however, he doesn't need to reach level 20. Just looking for a little bit of damage on these objectives. That's the thing. When it comes to these other mages, you're just sitting there and you want to go late. Solo, this mid game, you hit the objectives as hard as hell.
You do, and that's going to be causing a lot of problems for them. So, in a weird way, Dick aren't on a clock, but those crushes could hit zeros and Arclo at the same time. So as this game goes on, those carries can't stand as close as they once would. They stand semi-close, but not close enough to get hit by a taunt, for example, but a crush could still technically hit both of them and be in the same circle.
Right.
So the gap between them becomes bigger, which means defending those carries becomes trickier. You have to select one over the other or rely on one to look after himself.
Taunt's good, root's good, crush is good as well. Not enough damage.
Alfred Jacko was happy for a second there, but the nerves are on edge for these coaches now. I can feel it too. They put their heart and blood and soul into this as well. 5 hours deep, 6-5. Gold Fury down, Portal Demon up, and I could not tell you who's going to win this now. I swear, I came in 3-1 dig at best. Rival put up a fight, but it's 3-1 dig. And then after the first 2, I was like, yep, predictions coming true. Well, not to be. Not to be. We are in game 5.
Like I said, when series go the distance and you're in game number 5, it's just the best of one. Trouble for Arculus. He gets collapsed on by the jungle, goes to the sky. Ice now collapsed on by the jungle as he makes the rotation as well. Here comes Variety all the way from the solo lane. Athena down to help out. Cuba, 1 shot, 2 shot. The third will be the kill. I am Batman.
And Zeros and Tricks rushing around the side to collapse too. Callus hit by the Supernova. And Cubo Fred will take a second kill. Look at the jungler scores, both with 4 kills. And now over towards the Gold Fury, potentially soon. 1 minute away. Not a chance now, but they will get the red. Oh, will they? I believe they didn't take the red there.
Team Dignitas, Kilo Fred, just leading the charge. Just leading the charge. It's the jungle versus jungle. The other 4 players, just accent marks.
Can we look at the patience? Oh, wait, what? What? Hello? Hello? Rival?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Hello?
They have no idea. They have no idea. There's an Osiris on the left side of the map. They have no clue. Man. 2 hunters.
This stage of the game, this could be game, because this Fire Giant will give him the Gold Fury.
No idea.
Fire Giant will give him the Portal Demon. This Fire Giant could be seeing Dignitas being the SMITE Summer Finals at DreamHack.
Shout-outs to that sign. Cubo wrecked. I don't think that's how that's going. Right now, Cubo's doing the wrecking.
Indeed, indeed. Team Dig versus Rival. 8-5. Portal Demon now down. No trip back to Basin just yet, but they should be heading back to use this gold and look for a few more beneficial situations for it to be in right now.
So what do they do with this Fire Giant? Is it enough? Right
towers,
now
towers.
They have a 5,000 gold lead. Is it enough to just push through towers?
Towers all the way. You want every tier 1, every tier 2 you can get, potentially. Because Rival are still in contention, obviously, but the Fire Giant buff is so important. It's going to give them the tower pressure. With a Rana, with a Soul, it's boosting them up to that late game standard just a little bit quicker. Look at their builds, they're a little bit further behind you'd like them to be at before you look for these sieges. But with a Fire Giant, that makes up for it.
Oh, wow. That was the play that I keep talking about. We
don't know whose call that was.
If
they win this game off that play,
that's MVP.
Whoever got the call on that is deserving of the MVP.
The sole selection from Zeros, when it gets banned out, he goes Kronos. The reason for that is because of its fantastic ability to go ahead and slay these objectives. Not just the towers, but also the Fire Giant that we just saw.
Well, now the tier 2 tower starts to be sieged off, because right now, we're going to see a couple of the issues going on. Variety going to try and put some pressure on. And now the reset is forced for a second or 2 as Rival come to defend.
Variety playing it safe, leading the charge. The formation of Dignitas is very important. The 2 front lines literally in front. Taunt's good on a Tricks tank, but Variety goes a little bit deeper. Keep an eye on the jungle. Ice Baby looking for a flank. Not gonna get it.
Rick Stag just going to continue to tackle. There's the Lord of the Afterlife, baited it out, and now Deathwalker. Frenzy means go, according to a lot of people. Let's get in there.
Dignitas going for the fight. Here comes the bat right out of hell. Cubo Fred sending him right back. Deathwalker walking his way down. Arkle continuing. Ice Baby gets the kill. Tier 2 tower crumbling.
The faces have dropped. Their faces have dropped on Rival. Look at the right-hand side. They've started to have their faces drop because they realize that fire giant has potentially just destroyed all the work they've put in over these last 4 hours.
Phoenix goes down, left-hand side. 23 minutes in, Team Dignitas are owned 2/3 of the 15 kills in this game. 11,000 gold to the lead. Fire Giant around, they waste.
Phoenix. This should be a Phoenix 2. They need to push on mid. Still 2 dead for another 10 seconds. They have Fire Giant on their team. Don't worry about fighting, boys. Kills will be nice, but the Phoenix is more important. Go for the Phoenix. Variety's the only one that dives in. Very smart, disengage again. Dig are doing the correct thing at the correct time.
In, out. In, out. Objective gone. No need to push these fights further. Could they win the fights? Probably. But why roll the dice?
Probably, but you're risking it for the biscuit, and sometimes that biscuit isn't even worthwhile. Head for the objectives, that's where you win the game.
Yep.
Now they can head down the right-hand side. Fire Giant is running out slowly, so it might be worth just going and spending that gold. You know, it's a lot of gold you just got from that engagement overall. Don't worry about Rival. They've got only one side of the map to really defend. And can they really do it when the fire minions are pouring down left and pouring down middle already? It's only 24 minutes in too.
This has been a very fast, again, the game 5 defies the rest of the series. Quicker than the rest of the games, dirtier than all but game number 1.
I felt like it was going to be dirty. Looking at it, I was like, okay, we're in for a scrap because people are making mistakes.
Yeah.
Game 1, there was a lot of mistakes. Game 2, there was very few. Game 3, very few. Game 4, very few. That was just very good play from both. Game 5, however, there's been a lot of miscommunication, slight out of position. I'm like, what are you doing there? Why is this going on? And then obviously it's shown with that Fire Giant called a Rival. They just lost, not lost their nerve, but you know, it's a long day. And you make one small mistake, and that's how you can lose the game. And Dig, I've just punished them so heavily for it now. With all this control, they don't even have to fight here. They're waiting for the Fire Giant to respawn, because eventually these Fire Minions are going to cause a distraction where Rival have to go back and defend. And Deathwalker does not have his teleport up either, which makes it even trickier.
He does have the shell, which is going to be able to stop a lot of the incoming damage coming by way of Team Dignitas. Rival do want to defend in this Fire Giant. I think we will see the all-out call to defend the Fire Giant. However,
and that's where the ping, see the ping in the top left-hand corner? Top left-hand corner on the minimap. The ping is because there's fire minions coming, and the question is, who goes back from Rival to defend? And as soon as that face is shown on the minimap, the sign is to go for Dig.
Rival needs to defend this, and they are not going to get the chance. Not even allowed in the vicinity. The Titan under attack, the Fire Giant gone. Now here comes the fight.
And now they can just push on. I don't think they even fight. Just use the pressure of the map to their advantage. I don't think they even need to take a single fight against Rival now to potentially win this game. They can just take the tier 2 tower down, push on for the Phoenix, knowing that the Fire Minions are going to do a lot of the work of distracting some of the members of Rival. Otherwise, the Titan will fall on its own.
All of the towers down. Chaos Titan has shy of 8,000 HP. Right side Phoenix.
The last stand.
Jump forward as Deathwalker. They have to be
initiation.
Frenzy meets fight.
They have
Here
to
comes
go.
help. Is it enough? Does not look like it.
Do it.
Cubo Fred and Arkle from the sky get the kill. Variety finishes up.
They did it.
Variety 2, the Dublin. That's it. That's enough.
That Fire Giant call was the call that gave Dignitas the win. It wasn't easy. It wasn't clean. But I tell you what, they played dirty, and it worked out to their advantage.
Absolutely fantastic performance by both squads, bringing it a full 5 games, over 4 hours of play. Ultimately, it's Team Dignitas.